Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatahau, Brakatahau Shai, Brakatahau, Brakatahau Shai, Brakatahau, Brakatahau Shai, the water, Babal, called Dash. I'd like to give the honors to the elders apostles, great millstone, that teach us the 100% truth, the true word of our Lord. Going to Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, our end is come. That's like say the book of Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. And right now, I was watching a brother video, backing off his video, End Time Watchman, on YouTube. And like he was saying, we are being hunted, man. And it's more so prominent now because we already know who's in office. We already know how he get down. And like the young brother was saying, you know, we always been hunted. It's nothing new. It's nothing new up under the sun. They've always been hunting us. They always been making us disappear. Our kids disappearing. Found hanging in trees, and they'll write it off as being a suicide. Found hanging from anything. I remember a young kid ran my way a long time ago. That was after this was after the O.J. Simpson verdict. And he was coming out to projects, and he was going somewhere. Might have been to the store somewhere. And the next morning, and this kid, when I say kid, probably about 16, 17. They found his body hanging from some monkey bars, you know, at a wide open public space park, you know, where everybody drive past. And before the last person that saw him, they saw the police coming through that neighborhood during that time. I think they said it may have been talking to him. So, like I said, it's nothing new, man. And everybody knew that this kid didn't hang himself, man. And that's just one of many. Like I said, it doesn't make national news. It doesn't make big time news media. It doesn't get circulated through the media, you know. And these things happen now with these kids, you know, the drownings. You know, they go out with their friends, and all the friends come back, and he's the only Jake in that group, and they're always the ones that end up unalive, you know, drowning. It's like this one gal was saying, it's like them scary movies. You know, every time you got a scary movie, you got a group of people with that one token black character in it. He's always going to be the first one to go. He's always going to be the one that's not going to come back. Shalaka. Back is killing me right now too. But yeah, the hunt is on, man. The hunt is on. It's always been on. And like Scripture says, they hunt our steps, that we cannot go on the streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. So we in that time, man. And it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. You know, these Edomites know they have they have permission, pretty much, so to speak. They can go out here and do it, man. That's why they got these ICE agents now. You know, they all, you know, you have, like the brother was saying, they have the KKK, but they all infiltrated all throughout the government, these white supremacist groups. They all, infiltrated all throughout. And it's not by, like they really have to sneak in there. They all partake in it, man. They all understand. I think they have an agreement they're only supposed to do so much, and sometimes they go above and beyond. They have to make an example out of them. But for the most part, this has always been orchestrated. Look at how they did these with these so-called black communities, man, in the past. You know, how they always found a reason to go in there to create a situation where they would say, whether it be a white woman that says she was great by a so-called black person. Next thing you know, they come with everything, and then nobody goes to jail because they have impunity, because they run the courts, they run the whole system. And like I say, we don't have any rights, man. It goes all the way back to the time of slavery. Ain't nothing changed. They just rewrote the books a little bit to kind of finagle things that they can still get away with. They can still go in there and find a way. How depends on how they want to write it up. They can always find a way to make it seem like to justify why that person was unalived or that person unalived himself. So it's nothing new. They go in there, they doctor up, over they send the autopsies. They got these people in all these places, man. Not to mention, a lot of these people they belong to these secret societies. These secret societies control all that, man. They got these people that strategically put in certain positions throughout the police departments, throughout the court system, throughout the penal system, man. So all they got to do is give them a call and tell them, hey, this is how it's going to go down. And yeah, that's how it's going to be. So until Yahushua comes back and rescue us, man, we're pretty much at their mercy. Ain't a damn thing you can do. You can't get together enough guns to go out there and take on these Edomites, man. The Lord is set up that way. They're already prepared for all that. They got all these guns, these weapons, these things that they can use. All Jake got some weapons now. They got some stuff like what they call what's that thing called, a switch and all that shit like that. But Esau got some laser type shit now, man. That they ready to use on you Jakes, man. They got this shit that they use down in Venezuela when they capture the president that destabilizes you, that you can't focus on your gun. Fuck around and make you shoot your own goddamn self, man. So it's out of our hands, man, as far as anything carnally. But spiritually, these motherfuckers don't stand a chance, man. That's what we have. We have spiritual power over them. Like I said, I had several dreams that have shown this to me. All we got to do is call on the name of the Lord during that time, because shit's going to go down, man. It's going to get a lot worse for it. It's not going to get better, man. These devils going to continue to turn up. Right now, they gassed up off Trump. He's pretty much told them, hey, go ahead out there and do what you do, in so many words, man. We got your back. We're going to cover you. And one of the reasons why the Lord is allowing these things to happen to us, man, because we've been going off, man, as a people. So Lord's going to allow Esau Edom, and He's going to sanction it, allow him to go in there and turn loose on you, Jakes, man. So the Lord's going to sanction that. Of course, Jake, we got the Lord's going to look out for us people too, because a lot of Edomites going to lose their lives as well, man. But that's how it's going to go down, man. It's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble. But I'll go to that precept in a minute. But how has the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold change the stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street? The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how they esteem as earthen pitchers the work of hands of potter. Then it goes down, I'm in Lamentations 1 and 2. But even the sea monsters draw out the breast and give suck to their young ones. But the daughter of my people is become cruel, like ostrich in the wilderness. The ostrich, when she have eggs, she just leave the eggs and don't give a fuck about them. And that's how our women, they out here mass producing these kids, these babies, without fathers, without any structure. And it's kind of leaving them to their own devices, man. And we see what the result of it is today. This verse 6, we're in Lamentations now. Lamentations being crying out. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughters of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. So let's get down to like I said, they turn our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Talking about you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. They just slowly turning up. They got the ICE, agents out here going after the Northern Kingdom. They got these undercover Klansmen or white supremacist groups going after you, Jakes. They like to befriend you because Jake don't realize he has enemies, man. He don't realize we're in the middle of a war. And so it gets you to let your guards down, your defenses, and think that, okay, I'm cool with a dozen of these Edomites, me by myself, and we're gonna go swimming together in some secluded lake, man. No, it don't work like that, man. These doubles still want that birthright back. And it's just ingrained in them. It's ingrained in them to hate you, man. They still like to go out drinking with them, partying, these bonfires and whatever, man. And first opportunity they get, man, they want to take you Jakes out. We know Esau, he don't fight fair, man. Ain't nothing about a fair fight with him. He's going to have overwhelming numbers, or he's going to make sure he has a weapon and you don't have anything, so where you totally disarm. Or you're going to get your ass out in the lake and they know you can't swim and they're going to put you in a position where they know you can't make it back to shore, man. I've seen that time and time again with these videos. You see a young kid where his friends took him out there and left him in the lake and told him to swim back and know damn well the kid can't swim. And luckily somebody was coming back with some kayaks, a family, another Edomites, looked like appear to Edomites, and they put them in the canoe and took them back to the land, man. But Jake don't realize, man, we in the middle of a war, not only a spiritual war, but they physically going after you, Jake, man. And they always been doing it. They ain't totally came all the way out the bag yet, but that time is coming, man. They pushing for this race war so they can go in here and take it to the next level to bring that agenda in, which we know is going to be the MOTB. So they need this race war to kick off so they can create order out of confusion, out of chaos. They are chaos. They love to create chaos, man. So they can go ahead and drop another law, change something, so they can just justify what they're going to do. And like the brother was saying too, we're not black, man. Look at my skin, and like I said, the print on here is black. I'm not black. We all not black. It's just different shades of brown, and that's a part of a social construct they use too, to hide who they are. But not only that, to put in your mind and use as a brainwashing technique to think that you're less than and that they're greater than. And it goes all the way back to childhood, man. You watch movie shows, TVs, and always see them as the hero, the superhero, and Jacob's always being the bad guy, the thief, the con, everything that you're supposed to hate. So this stuff become indoctrinated into your mind. It gets to the point where you start hating yourself, and you starting to put more love into these devils than you do in yourself and your people. And then they paint themselves as being white. Like the brother was saying, white is something that's supposed to be pure, something that's that you can trust, righteous, So we know they're not white. They're different shades of red, man. Their blood show forth through their skin. That's what what's the word, that definition for that? But anyhow, that's what they are, man. Their blood show through their skin. They're red. And the Lord painted them that way for a specific reason, because this goes all the way back to Cain and Abel. Cain was put a mark on him, and that mark was turning him red, man, to the red man, like the devil that he is. And anybody know what red means? Any type of weapons training, anything, red means hot. It means beware. It means something dangerous. So they paint themselves as being white as something angelic, something that you're supposed to, to get you to let your defenses down, man. But that's just the way Esau Edom is, man. He's good with his words. He's crafty. And he knows how to use his enchantments on the people of the earth. Because you find a lot of other nations, man, they trying to get white. They taking these whitening pills and things like that. While Esau, on the other hand, he's trying to get his melanin. He trying to get melanated, man. So make that make sense. But that's how it is, man. But definitely the hunt is on, man. You got to watch yourself. It tells you in this times, man. Be very discerning. Always keep your head on the swivel, because right now we know the devil is coming through, because we know his time is short. He's like a roaring lion. See if I can find that scripture real quick. I think that's in Revelation 12:12. First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour, man. Like I said, his time is limited, man. He know it's coming to an end. And he's going to do everything to offset these prophecies. And one way is to try to destroy you Israelites, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what we're supposed to do, because not only is it physical, like I said, it's spiritual warfare. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. In 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, here's a good precept here. That Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So don't get tricked up and thinking you're letting your guard down. I can go hang out with these Edomites in the middle of the night in some woods. And they supposed to be having, what they call them parties they have out in the woods, man. And you the only damn Melanite or Israelite out there. They're going to do something bad to you, man. And then next thing you know, they're going to talk about you took your own life out there. Let's go to Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. I know that's a precept I want to get. We'll close out on that precept. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil, talking about Esau Edom, he is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he ain't got but a short time to do these things that he's doing, man, before the Lord crack those skies and come back and dethrone this devil, man. The Lord will is edifying. Just want to kind of bring that out. The hunt is on. With that, say shalom.